Welcome to the Listening Term Podcast. Hey everybody, this is Connor and you are listening to episode 112 of the Listening Term Podcast. I hope everybody is doing great. I've been traveling a lot recently and I'm going to travel again today. To be honest, I think it's been a little too much traveling in a short period of time. So I'm excited for this trip that I have, but I'm also excited that after this trip, I'm probably not going to travel for a while and I will just have a normal routine and have a normal life. I'm kind of looking forward to, but I hope that some of you have some interesting trip planned for maybe this summer or this winter, depending on where you live, which hemisphere you are in. Hopefully, you get the chance to do some fun stuff or travel to have an interesting place this year. And of course, I hope your English learning is going well. And if you are having trouble understanding native speakers and you need more helpful understanding fast beat, especially when native speakers reduce sounds and say things in a way that's very unclear for or fast or shortened. But then I encourage you to sign up for my membership so that you can get my specialized training where I help you independently these different reduction and sounds and patterns that will help you become a little more comfortable with fast beat. So click on the link in the episode description below this episode to join my membership and you will get my listening practice seminar. And of course, if you are a Spanish or a Portuguese speaker, you can get my ebook, my collection of 3 short stories, my system stores, and a write row in English and translated into Spanish and into Portugal. So if you want to practice reading, alright, today we are going to talk about OS8 and I will focus specifically on the US and what OS is like in the US and maybe what like is like for older people and things like that. So hopefully this will be an interesting topic for you and remember that if you need to transcript that also in the description you can go down there and click on that if you need it. And if you like this podcast, please share it with your friend and your family member who could find it useful, people who are learning English, and please give it a 5-star rating and write a review. Okay, let's talk about OS. So first of all, let's talk about how OS is viewed in the US. I think there are a lot of mixed options when it comes to this. The phrase mixed option refer to options that might be contradictory. Maybe some are positive, so some are negative. They are mixed options. So there are some positive feeling when it comes to OS, and I think one of the main positive things is that we tend to associate OS with retirement, with being retired and not working anymore. And in the US, retirement is seen positively. It's interesting because I was talking with my wife about this recently and we are comparing the attitude regarding retirement in the US and in Mexico, and it's interesting because in Mexico and probably in more countries around the world, retirement isn't necessary seen as some amazing thing. Right? People don't have this idea that they are going to have a fanatic life once they are retired, and they are going to do tons of fun activities and travel around the world and all that kind of tough stuff. However, oftentimes Americans kind of fanatic style about retirement. We romanticize it a little bit. We tend to think that this will be a great time in our life, and people often prepare very hard for many years for retirement, and once they are retired, they try to do have fun and just enjoy their life to the max. So many retired people like to travel to many places and take up new hobbies and find fun things to do. By the way, in English, we can use the phrase verb take up when referring to starting a hobby. Hobby. So, for example, if I say I took up tennis, that just means that I started this hobby. So, other people, when they are retired, they often take up new hobbies and try to do a lot of fun activities. So, in that sense, this part of OS can definitely be seen positively in the US. However, there are also some negative feelings when it comes to OS because in the US, just like everywhere else in the world, older people tend to have more health problems, so there are often aches and pains that people have to deal with. In English, the word ache refers to a pain that you have. For example, if I say I have a headache, I'm saying that I have a pain in my head.